My name is James Mulrow. I live at 150 West Inman Avenue in Rahway. My daughter and my son did go to Rahway High School. There is a stadium that they went to that has bleachers, they have a track, they have their football, and they utilize it. I also work for Home Depot. In back of Home Depot in Colonia, there are 4 soccer fields. I walk there as well as I do around Rahway Park, and it's utilized, and people, the children go and they dump materials in the park. I pick the materials up as I'm walking. I carry my own garbage bags. I also go and I'm renovating some of the great birch trees, which no one knows, that are near and around the lakes in Rahway Park. I am taking the old bark off so it rejuvenates the trees into its original state. However, walking back into those trees, there's garbage that is thrown, bags, cans, and other debris. I am also cleaning that up as well. If you look and you say we want to have some extravaganza of free foods or whatever, yes, it's going to get polluted, and people are negligent when it comes to being someplace that's not their own, throwing things haphazardly. And I will continue to clean that park. I will continue to drag the old woods out of the rivers and lakes, and I will continue to love that park because it is a great place to go walking every day. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening. I've come here tonight to express my concern over the projected plans for Rahway Park. My family and I decided to move to Clark about 3 years ago, and the proximity to the park was one of the deciding factors in our ultimate location choice. Although Union County is heavily populated and overdeveloped, we felt that being near the park gave us an opportunity to enjoy a free open space nestled inside a busy area. Every time we go there, we appreciate the sense of calm and serenity this beautiful park provides, and it's obvious by seeing so many other visitors enjoy it that we are not alone in our appreciation. When I learned about the plans to build a stadium at Rahway River Park, I became concerned about a number of quality of life issues that could affect my family and my neighbors. Public information regarding the stadium has been scarce and often conflicting, the most recent information being the statement released on March 20th, which I believe is what's summarized today. I understand the plans include a 1,200-seat stadium with artificial turf and lights. The statement also implies that the new stadium will be built within the already developed area of the park. The document also states that the construction will have no impact on wildlife habitat. Although this information is appreciated, it does not address many of the concerns that my neighbors and I have. The document does not describe exactly how and when the stadium would be used for events. I've read everything from a few fall football games to multiple county-wide sporting and even music events. Depending on the actual scope and scale of the project, some potential implications would include increased vehicle traffic along Valley Road and adjoining streets. With the construction of Clark Commons still underway, we have yet to see what type of traffic implications this shopping center will have on our town. The idea of another high-traffic area being constructed just 2 miles away is very concerning. Increased traffic leads to an increase in the need for police presence within the park and surrounding areas. This will lead to increased costs for police monitoring or the dilution of current police resources. The issue of noise pollution is a major concern. If speakers and amplification are to be included in the project, it will surely be a disturbance to those of us living near the park. Wildlife that inhabit the park will certainly be impacted by loud noise and lights where there was once peace and darkness. I am also concerned that some of this wildlife will seek refuge in the more residential areas of town.
Absolutely.
Although the plan suggests the stadium will be built within the current footprint of an existing track so that no undeveloped areas of the park will be affected, it does not address parking or expansion of the roadway for potentially 1,200 spectators. Can we be assured that the natural landscape of the park will not be destroyed for paved parking lots? Finally, I'm concerned about the increase in pollution via runoff into the Rahway River. I cannot imagine how a huge increase in both human and vehicular traffic, along with these turf pellets that come from the AstroTurf, will not have an effect on the river, which is a source of drinking water for the city of Rahway, or the wildlife that inhabits the river that also drink it. I completely understand the need for a safe and usable home field for a high school, absolutely, but using a beautiful, serene park like Rahway River Park does not seem like a wise choice. There are so many places within Union County that are in desperate need of beautification and repair. Why not build a stadium in any one of those? I understand that some of the other field projects built throughout the county have turned eyesores into impressive acts of revitalization. But to build a stadium at Rahway River Park would not only degrade the park and the surrounding areas, it would chip away at yet another piece of what once made New Jersey the beautiful garden state.
Thank you very much. Anyone else wishing to speak?
My name is Eric. I've been in Rahway for 15 beautiful years. I live within 6 blocks of the park. It is a real treasure, and it has been that way almost a century. Does anyone ever have the right to say, I like my town just the way it is? That's the question I'm getting to. What I'm afraid of is that this is a question of getting one's foot in the door, a slippery slope. Yes, it might start out as just bleachers for 1,200 people. Then as more and more demands are made, which you point out here, more demands, I'm sure that bleacher seats will become brick and mortar buildings. I'm sure parking facilities will claim more and more of the square acreage of the park. And pretty soon the park will become a degraded, trash-filled wasteland, which no one wants to go and spend an afternoon. Now, right now, you go there any sunny day in summer and you see all kinds of group picnics there, people walking around leisurely, riding their bikes, enjoying the park, not enjoying it as a future sports complex. You call it already a sports complex. I fear that once we start doing this, it will no longer be Rahway River Parkway, it'll become Rahway River Sports Complex, in capital letters. Now I remember how proud I was of the freeholders 8, 9, 10 years ago. On 2 occasions, you guys rose up to the challenge and listened to the people of Clark when they wanted to turn the Esposito farm into condos. The Freeholder Association generously bought that property, and now it is a wonderful park and play area for people instead of condos. Then also in Scotch Plains, approximately 10 years ago, I was here in this room testifying with many other concerned Scotch Plains residents. They wanted to take the final farm off of Cooper Road, I believe it was, south of Martine Boulevard, and turn that into a petting zoo. Instead, the freeholders rose to the occasion, listened to the demands and concerns of the citizens, bought it out, and it is now a beautiful park rather than a sleazy petting zoo. I hope you do the same thing this time and listen to us, because we signed up to live in Rahway because, in large measure, the beautiful, protected, green, tranquil park facilities that Rahway offers. Thank you.
You.